Oh, wow. Oh,
man.
Wow.
This is a tough one.
Okay, let's get our glasses on. Remember, when we say something silly,
we can get pegged.
We get marshmallows
This is a
shot
tough one.
our way.
And
Salvation.
Salvation.
Save.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. My whole childhood in the Presbyterian Church and with the Quakers, I never once heard the word salvation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Salvation. Saved. Are you saved? Have you saved? There's a woman who cuts out coupons. And it's all about saving. And it's that she saves every day. Donna Lynn, you know who you are. She's a saver. She can save you.
Can she save me?
Okay, it's not that kind of saving.
Save my immortal soul.
She's not that kind of saving.
I remember that line from Bye Bye Miss American Pie.
Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
Can something save your immortal soul?
Oh yeah, that's
How
in there.
to dance real slow. Yeah. Don't know the song well enough to have actually sung that part perfectly, but I guess that was stupid.
Yeah.
But I do remember that in that song, so there's that.
Okay, well, there is the eternal conversation that some of us in Christ Church have with others.
Yes.
In Christ Church, and down my way where I grew up, we were constantly asked at school and everywhere we went, "When were you saved?"
Wow.
And they wanted a date and a time. A date and a time. And I went, I don't have a date and a time. It's been a concept all my life.
Yeah.
And I start telling
And
the whole story.
You were born into a family. You were baptized as a baby. You were born into a family that was already Christian, so it's not like you had this moment when suddenly...
Salvation was something that unfolded over time. And I didn't have this one moment where it all became clear.
Well, one thing I do know that didn't use the word save, but I do remember when I was in school, I had a very good friend who was hilarious and tons of fun to be with. Her name was Lisa. I haven't seen her.
Lisa.
Yeah, I haven't seen her since 1974. I mean, it was a grade school friend, but she was Jewish, and she was a very spiritual person, and we used to talk about what we did and at church and I remember her saying, "Do you believe that me and my family will not get to go to heaven, or will we go to hell?" And I remember thinking,
that's a lot for you to have to answer.
I remember thinking to myself, I can't be... I wouldn't... It seems a waste of great creation and a waste of amazing people. I mean, her family were wonderful, and they did such wonderful things, and they were so giving and caring, and it made me really think, well, gee, why would God, who had people that were pleasing and acted in a way that was pleasing to God, all about love, why would those people be just like, well, I tested you while you were here, but you didn't pass and say I love Jesus, so therefore I'm going to have you not just end when your time comes, but I'm going to have you suffer in eternity in pain of fire and stuff like that.
We are going to talk about that.
Yeah, so
someday.
I was just, so as a little kid, I wasn't on board with that. That just seemed really incongruous to the God that I had been brought up knowing. So that is probably that same salvation talk, only the word salvation or save was never used until I moved to South Jersey.
Well, I read an article.
Technically Dixie. I almost said Texically.
Dixie. Ow! Wow.
I even know my name.
I read. Thank you. She deserves marshmallows for that one. I read an article several years ago about how young people today, and this isn't all young people, but some young people who really don't need a concept of being saved because they're constantly being saved by parents and different things. But what they need more than an idea of salvation is they need someone just to be with, someone just to spend time with them, to speak and listen.
Interesting.
And
to that I might add a sense of purpose.
Exactly.
To that I might add, we're in a culture of like just aimless sort of pleasure seeking, I guess, or stuff.
Well, I think salvation, that whole question, when were you saved, is a one-dimensional question about one moment in your life. And I think our corner, my corner, the church, the corner of the church I've been living in, talks about how you're saved every day. Every day is a moment to be reborn and to reclaim and to find newness.
I think to save people too needs to be taken literally as well. If there's people that are in situations that are making their life miserable, if it's not, either literally ending their life, right, or making their life so harsh that there's no way they can be the person God intended them to be, then part of our job is to save.
Well, and to
Christ's
say that
job
is
to
that
save.
we do a piece of the puzzle.
We do a tiny
because we
piece of
can't save.
No, goodness, no.
God does
God
that.
does the saving.
But
Holy Spirit does
we
the
provide pieces of the puzzle and some words
Patient.
and some grace. It's a big topic, salvation.
It is.
Mary, that's a big topic.
Yeah, Mary,
and I'm
wow.
thinking you talked a lot about that with your son. But
I'm thinking maybe.
that's another day.
Right, so, heavy topic to think of this week, but we lay it at your feet.
So talk to us about
let
salvation.
us know what you think about salvation. This might be a hot topic.
It is. I asked the
Because
kids
there's the whole
at church.
universal salvation thing as opposed to...
Yeah, we need to talk about that too.
Awesome.
But anyway,
Cool beans, my friend.
salvation.
Salvation, send us your stuff, your midrash, your questions, your answers,
Your stories.
your stories,
Your ideas, your
your
hopes.
pictures, your dreams.
Have a great day. Share us.
Like a...
Please share us. Share us with a friend. We're nice.
Or an enemy.
What?
I don't know.
God.
I knew that was coming. Have a fabulous, fabulous day.
Bye.
Bye.